Hi, my name is Mike Campbell. I'm the founder of the Glossica website, and today I would like to talk about how polyglots, or the new term hyperglots, go about learning new languages. I'm going to talk about something that I just came up with the word because I thought it's similar to GPS. It's called triangulation. Basically, if you want to find your point on a map, you can use triangulation to find your point. But what I'm doing is I want to learn a new language by finding new reference points to get to that language. So normally when we learn a foreign language, it's always it's only linear, okay, because I'm going from English to Chinese. I'm going from English to Chinese to learn that language. Well, if you know Spanish, why not use Spanish as well to learn Chinese? Or if you know German, use German as well to learn Chinese. If you know Korean or Japanese, it's even better because you have a lot of common vocabulary between those two languages. So using triangulation, you have a better way of honing in and remembering stuff in that language. Because think about it, Chinese has a lot of roots that don't exist in European languages, and if you already know Japanese or Korean, you're going to remember a lot more of those roots a whole lot better by using a triangulation method. Okay, so I want to share with you some of the books that I've picked up. Another thing I would like to say is that the stuff published in English for learning foreign languages just isn't all that great when you compare it to the stuff that's published in Chinese. The reason for that being is that the rest of the world is learning English, not all the English speakers learning their languages. You ever think of it that way? There aren't that many Americans and Australians and British people learning other people's languages, not like they're learning English. Okay, so the amount and number of materials that are available, if you walk into a Chinese bookstore, you're just going to find this huge section on English. I've never walked into a bookstore in America and seen a huge section on Chinese or even Spanish. I've never seen a section that big for learning Spanish. I mean, it just doesn't exist like you find it over here, okay? The other thing is that because of the number of people and the size of the population, it doesn't matter if you're in sports or math or in science, the amount of great material that are going to be coming out of that population, there's a very good chance you're going to get good quality stuff. They might be printed on really crappy, shitty, paperbacks or whatever, but you gotta be very, very picky about the contents of materials. Okay, so I found this course, for example, for learning Arabic, 1001 sentences of business Arabic. Okay, this is 阿拉伯语1001句, and it has side-by-side sentences. Their pronunciation guide, I have to say, is a little bit shitty in some places, but at least they have the CD that comes along with that. And besides, I can work with a real Arabic speaker and kind of work out those sentences. They do have all of the vowels written in there, thank God, because, I need that kind of stuff when I'm working with a language that I don't know yet, and the pronunciation guide. So what else do I have here? I've got 对简叠汉现代. So this is a 现代粤汉词典. This is a modern Vietnamese Chinese dictionary. Along with this one as well, it's also a Vietnamese Chinese dictionary. I also have a Chinese Vietnamese dictionary. I have a course for learning Vietnamese as well, right there, along with the course for learning Arabic. Did I pull that out? There's the course for learning Arabic, but the book opens that way. This is a Kratki Kitайский Русский Словарь. This is a Chinese and Russian dictionary. Украинско-китайский словник. This is a dictionary from Chinese and Ukrainian. This is a course for learning Czech. 基础节课语上册下册. There's two volumes for that. So the Vietnamese I mentioned. These new visual books that just came out, they're published bilingual in China in both Chinese and English, but then since this is the Spanish one, they have the Spanish. And if you go to the back of the book, they have an índice inglés, and they have índice chino, and they have índice español. So they've got a three-way glossary in the back. So if you look at el coche, car, 汽车, el exterior, exterior, 外部, el retrovisor exterior, wing mirror, 外后视镜. So you've got this in 3 languages there. They do the same thing for Korean and all the other languages that they've published for that one. That's great. This is something that Laosha would really like. You should pick this up. This is a Japanese-Korean, Korean-Japanese dictionary for comparing those 2 languages. That's a really great dictionary. I don't work with these languages that much, but that would be really great for you. That's a big mofo right there. That's what I'm saying, okay? Okay. What else have we got here? This is something I picked up in Korea. Kanjitsurian, another big moko. This is a 36,000 character dictionary. What they have in here is the pronunciation in Japanese, Korean, and Chinese, including onyomi, kunyomi, and the origin of the word from ancient Chinese with its tone category, and an explanation in Korean of the definition of that character. Okay, great stuff there. African languages. Историки изучения африканских языков. This book is written in Russian. I picked it up. They have a world map in here, and you can fold out. It shows you all the world's language families on there. That's really cool. It's old. This is a Soviet-era book, so their table of contents are always in the back of the book. You got to look in the back, just like the old communist-era Chinese books. I guess they're still communists, aren't they? Yeah. Anyway, they have this Bantu regions from A to Z on a map there, and I love linguistic stuff put on maps because it helps me, because I'm a very geographical type of thinker, and I really like to have those things shown for me. So I pick up things in all sorts of different languages to triangulate. I've never seen a grammar on Russian written better than this one in Chinese. The 500 pages chock full of the best grammar breakdown of Russian. I've never seen a book better written on German phrasal verbs. All Germanic languages have phrasal verbs that'll drive you crazy. I mean, I know people that are learning English, they just don't get them. Phrasal verbs are things like to put up with something, okay, or to take someone out, or to take someone on. You know, take someone out and take someone on, two different meanings. I can take him on. I'm going to take her out. You know, completely different meanings. So this book has a whole, it just like breaks it down into every category by dative, accusative, and then also by prepositions. So for example, this page 表示自然现象的真正的无人称动词 sich aufklären, blitzen, dämmern, donnern, dunkeln, frieren, gießen, grauen, hageln, heiß sein. Okay, well those are not exactly the phrasal verbs I was talking about just now, but okay, we have übereinkommen, unterhalten, unterrichten, urteilen, verärgern. These are inseparable, but they take the particular, they take accusative, they take über with accusative, plus accusative, abnehmen, ängstigen, anhalten, anwachsen. This book has like 10,000 words in there on how to use them. That's great reference. 罗马尼亚语听说教程 Libero Manual de Audiție Conversație. This is a more advanced book for learning Romanian. Okay, locuzioni, modi di dire, proverbi italiani. It's got about 10,000 phrases in Italian and Chinese. 俄语绘画. This is for learning Russian conversation. 很遗憾，票却卖光了。К сожалению, все билеты проданы. So you can use that for learning Russian. Konversationsbuch Deutsch-Chinesisch im Alltag. This is a basic German conversations book. What else have I got here? I talked about this in another video. I've got like Kavalan and all of the other Austronesian languages from from the Taiwan island, like Atayal. This is a Mandarin. Look up Mandarin for your Chinese, for the word in Taiwanese or Southern Min. So you can look up anything you want. Like 处女 is a virgin. How do you say that in Taiwanese? You say 在西路. Okay. So here, Tone Santi, Patterns Across Chinese Dialects. This book sells for like $100 in the U.S. Okay, but all they did is they put on a new cover. It says 汉语方言的连读变调模式 by Matthew Y. Chen. On the back it says it sells for 49.90 renminbi. Divide that by 7, that's $7. Okay, I paid $7 for that book. Sorry guys. Okay, well that's all I have time for today. Thank you for listening and look forward to seeing your response.